Hello Wolfpack, once again, thank you for joining my channel. It's great to be here and talking to you. What's going on with Pokemon Go? Well, there's a couple things right now. It started on the 5th, actually a couple days ago. Right now there's a special for fighting types. There's Mankey, Machop, Makuhita. The meta type will appear more frequently, and you might get a shiny Mankey and shiny Machop, as well as their evolutionary forms. What they look like? They look kind of like a greenish color. So if you don't already know, which I'm pretty sure most of you probably know at this point, but go out there and catch them. Wild spawn, frequent spawns everywhere. Hopefully good luck with catching them. You know my luck. My luck's pretty bad. It's probably as good as Nick's at this point. But additional to that is 2x catch, battle, and raid Stardust rewards. So if you want to stock up on Stardust to get those secondary moves, as well as update your PvP lineup with whatever it is that you're looking for next PvP Cup, this is your time to get to the Stardust. There's also 2x experience for gym badges. I don't think that's a mistype. I think that's experience you get whenever you level up a gym. When you go in there and conquer a gym, you get that little experience bonus. There's 2x that. So if you're looking to expand on your experience in every way possible, this would be your time to do it. If you didn't get a chance to do the lucky egg on the evolution experience bonus that we had a little while back, if you're a big gym guy, this is perfect time for you. Not that you necessarily want to use a lucky egg, but you could if you have plenty of them. Also, if you do like a raid after raid after raid, that might be something you might be looking into. You can earn up to 5 rewards per day from trainer battles, including rare candy, and up to 3 rewards per day from challenging team leaders. I have seen more consistent rare candy show up whenever I've done like the team leader battles. So this is if you ever need some rare candy to evolve that pesky Pokemon that you've been walking forever, like my Shinx, and you can't find the raids, this is your time to do it. If you can find a buddy to do the daily PvP battles, even if it's just like off the cuff, like if it's a simple Pidgey versus Pidgey fight or something like that, just to get the rare candies, because this is your time for it, because there's plenty of Pokemon out there that are very hard to find, and you may be able to catch one, but the chance of you getting enough candy to evolve, unless you want to walk a long ways or do the phone in the sock thing or anything like that, well, this is your time to stock up on rare candies. Of course, you can still get them from gyms and everywhere else. Beyond that, have no fear, Rayquaza is here, at least coming up soon. From March 15th to March 18th, the proverbial raid weekend-ish kind of thing, Rayquaza is going to be available in gyms. And before you ask, there's not going to be a shiny equivalent of it. It's just going to be Rayquaza proper. Fortunately, Niantic has pretty much confirmed that. Lately, there was another article in Pokemon Go Hub about event fatigue. And they actually did a poll asking, are you having event fatigue? Event fatigue is basically having so many events coming at us at one time that you're just getting tired of always having to constantly run out and do something, and it's actually pretty close to 50-50. It's still a little skewed, but that pretty much speaks volumes that people are tired of having constant events thrown at them. Now, on the one side, people love content and love challenges and things and events to do. I'm split on this. I love having events, but I can understand if you're trying to balance work, life, and entertainment. It's difficult, especially if you have, events in the weekend, events during the week, and all these things, and you want to be there and you want to do all this stuff, but you don't have the time to do it. But as some people comment in some YouTube videos, the game is not meant for just a particular player type. It's there for all players. So if you're a hardcore player and you need to be constantly engaged, constantly having stuff given to you, this is for them. If you're a casual player or someone that works 48 hours a week plus, that can only do it occasionally, well, then you're going to have to trade with the hardcore players. That's unfortunate fact, but it's true that they can't placate everyone. But they're trying to really create gameplay that will keep you interested. That's why they keep on doing this. It's not because they keep on wanting to overstimulate me with all this stuff. It's because they want to keep the player base engaged. From their perspective, this is a business, and if it's like a radio station, you never want to have dead air on a radio station, like even a YouTube channel. Dead air will kill a particular video unless there's a dramatic pause or something that's meant to be like that, but you have to use that very carefully. But that's a tangent. But in gaming concept, it's the same thing as dead air. You don't want to have stale gameplay. Now, I'm not talking about gameplay where like it's lagging or stuff like that. That's a whole other thing. I'm talking about lulls between events, where you have an event here, but then 2 weeks go by and there's nothing. Now, some people wouldn't mind that because they'll give them a chance to take a breather. But for hardcore players, they're going to get bored fast. And they're going to be like, well, I'm level 40. I got all the shinies. I got a lot of my... I mean, they can work on getting more 100%. And that's the motivation factor for a lot of hardcore players in between events, as well as getting maybe a particular shiny or getting a 0% or working on badges, other things to keep them interested. But even then, there's plenty of people that have pushed that. Now, considering Brendan Ton and a few others, there are people that have gotten everything. They've gotten 100% IVs of everything. They've gotten 4 or 5 times over level 40. They got all their badges, they got all the shinies and the eggs, blah, blah, blah. So they're waiting for something new. So this is for them. This is to keep them interested. And everyone else, the casual players, the occasional players, those that may not want to do it every weekend, they can just enjoy what they can enjoy. But these events are meant to push the most hardcore of gamers, or at least Pokemon Go gamers, to keep them interested. And they're doing a really good job because they keep on switching it up. I mean, I know I can't keep up with all the events all the time as well. I don't consider myself a hardcore, but I don't consider myself casual. I have my own playing style like everyone else. But this is the basics of what's going on here. With people are interested in Rayquaza, and people are like, yes, I've been waiting for Rayquaza for such a long time. There are a lot of people excited because it's a great dragon type. It's a great attacker overall. But people are like, can we take a break? Well, yes and no. You can take a break, but Niantic can't take a break, and they can't stop producing events, because as much as you want to take a break, the other person's like, well, I want to keep going. Why are you stopping? So it's one of those things. You know, you try to appease as much as you can. At least it's better to have too much than not enough, and that's, I think, what Niantic is doing. They like throwing content out so that people can always enjoy it whenever they can. But woe be the company that says, well, we're going to hold back for 6 months and not do anything, because then you'll see real fast. Doesn't matter what game, doesn't matter what play. It doesn't even matter if it's a game. It's just any company or anybody that says, I'm just going to stop doing what I'm doing for 6 months or a year, people lose interest. So, yeah, so there is fatigue, but just take a break. Let your buddy catch it for you, or, you know, in a trade for something else. Like, let's say you have a 100% Blaziken that you've been holding on to. You don't care about it, but you caught it, but he loves Blaziken. It's like, well, I'm going to take this week off. You catch a 100% Rayquaza? Let's talk. I know you like this Blaziken. And they're like, okay, I'll catch one for you if I can get one, and then we'll trade down the road. That's the good thing about trading, is that you can actually do that. The issue that's right now, it's kind of a weird thing, is, and I know a lot of people are not going to like me for this, but shinies, I won't say shinies have gotten easy, but it's too available. You can't trade with most people, at least in my area. I can't trade with most people because most people have everything. Now, rural areas, that's an exception. But see, this is the rub again. The rural areas, or the places that have very few stops and gyms, are also getting hit hard with this, because the bigger areas, the cities and such, because shinies are so prevalent, unless you have some bad luck, like you see my videos, my luck is horrible. But I've been able to get, except for Phoebus and Bulbasaur, I think, pretty much every community I was able to get a few shinies, at least maybe 1 or 2. Now, that's why it's going to be an unpopular statement. I think they should really dial it down so that maybe one person out of like 100 maybe get 1 shiny. That way it makes it very valuable and very tradable. And it's not something like, oh, I'm going to get my shiny for today. But then everyone's going to feel left out. So what do you guys think? Wait, tell me what you think. Anyways, let me see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, just on the side, some of you probably already know this. Power-Up Punch is now available for certain Pokemon such as Poliwrath, Hitmonchan, Kangaskhan, Medicham, and Lucario. It's basically a attack power-up that increases and stacks 25% per stack, up to 100%. So that basically means your attack increases in its potential damage. Not a strong move right off the bat, but if it's a long fight and you can trigger the stacks, it may tie you over if you have a long fight where it's you against an opponent and you kind of evenly matched, but because you have this particular type and you get this stackable boost, you'll eventually one-up the other contender if you have this ability. So again, it's Power-Up Punch. Anyways, how are your guys' AR plus Smeargle challenges? Have you been able to find Smeargle lately? People aren't talking about, but I know some people are still struggling. Just wondering how you are doing with these things. Also, if you've done some PvP raids lately that have been interesting, or if you've done the deed and actually changed teams. I won't judge if you have, because there's plenty of good. I mentioned one video, plenty of good reasons why you would want to change a team. Because there was some point earlier on the very beginning game where there's a timer and some people didn't get a chance to change a team and they didn't know about the email. So just tell me what you think, if you changed it or not, how you're doing with the game. If you need certain Pokemon, if you're willing to trade, maybe as this channel grows, I'll be able to travel and meet up with you and trade things. You know, maybe we could do a one-on-one PvP. We could even do on YouTube. Hey, you know, anything can happen. Anyways, I will catch you guys later. Hopefully this will be informative. And if you need more news, I'll keep up to date with what I can. I am looking at other things beyond Pokemon Go. Obviously, as my channel has a lot of different things. I have been uploading a couple relaxation videos since I went to Sedona. Basically, I'm creating this no intro, no outro. It's just the video. It's meant to be played either on a loop or with your eyes closed in the background, and something that you just listen and relax and just, it's one of those type of videos. I'm going to try posting, well, I still have a couple more Sedona ones, very similar, but I'm going to try posting different sounds like the beach, maybe forest, just different sounds that you can just listen to. I know there's plenty of things out there, but I might as well make one for myself. And it's in my own playlist, or called relaxation playlist. And I also have another one, a new playlist I just made, a DIY, a do-it-yourself playlist. Because I just replaced my doorknob on my bathroom door, and I just filmed myself doing it. And it's really easy, and maybe you can learn something from it. Because there's a couple little snags if you're not used to doing it, or if you've never done it before, like, hey, I always want to do this, but I don't want to really ask anyone. Well, here's a little video. It's real simple. You only really need one, maybe two tools at that, and it's common. So check it out. Hopefully you like it. Leave a comment, subscribe, notifications, all that fun stuff with YouTube. I'll catch you guys later. Until next video. Peace out.